Well, there are several controversies with respect to how drones are being used or have been used by states in the past, including by the United States, but also the United Kingdom and France at the current moment. Some of those controversies are the number of civilian casualties that are caused by the use of armed drones, a level of secrecy surrounding their use. Where are they being used? Against whom? And is there parliamentary oversight, for example? Or there have been instances where nationals of countries are being targeted without parliamentary scrutiny. So, for example, in the UK strike in 2015 that killed 2 British nationals, the Rayad Khan strike, there has been a lot of controversy surrounding the legality of the strike happening in the first place, but then also the fact that it was against a British national by the Royal Air Forces. Those are some of the legal controversies that arise. We're not asking for states to show all of their cards and put all the cards on the table. Of course, we recognize that national security interests must be respected. On the other side of it, not everything becomes a national security interest with respect to where people are being targeted, when civilians are being killed, and how countries then address issues when things go wrong in terms of accountability. Where those overlap is sort of the sweet spot of legitimacy of operations. So getting to that sweet spot of legitimacy of operations, that's where our recommendations come in. How can states be more transparent about their activity? How can they increase accountability when necessary? Both of those stemming from rule of law obligations in order to sort of land on that sweet spot of legitimacy of operations, obviously in the interests of military operators, militaries, states, as well as the international community. So some of the conclusions that we come up with respect to improving transparency are things like sharing information publicly on the process of targeting, for example, or where drones might be deployed. There are states that do a very good job of this. The UK actually has a really nice section of information on its website with respect to sometimes where drones are being deployed. They can do better, and we talk about where places they can do better, but some of those steps are already in place. And so now we're just sort of pushing for the next step, publishing relevant rules of engagement on operations so that that's open to public scrutiny as well. Risk assessment publication is also something that would be a step in the right direction with respect to transparency. And on accountability, we urge governments to establish solid parliamentary oversight mechanisms, for example, due diligence mechanisms, as well as legal accountability when things go wrong.